Hi, I am Clint Allen, and this is a story of my businesses in Wisconsin with a morally corrupt snowplow contractor who is also rude and careless, one F-250, one dump box, one snowplow, how this new investment was 100% free, how to get a free vehicle. I'm going to show you. Let's fire up the flux capacitor and go back in time. Well, welcome to the Flipper Guy, and this is a beginning story of how I got this free truck and what pissed me off to no end about contractors. Now, I have been self-employed since my late 20s. When I say I'm going to do a job, I'm going to do 110%. When I'm going to go do a flip vehicle, I can guarantee it's never going to be back in my yard with anybody screaming at me because I do it right the first time. So here's the story so you understand here, and I won't waste too much of this time here to get to how we got the free truck. So it just pissed me off to no end with these snowplow contractors. They're always so busy. Well, I know that, for Pete's sakes. At one time, it had snowed, and I only call contractors in. I call them in advance in the middle of the summertime. Can you do this for me? And do it when you're done with all your big contracts. It's not an emergency. I don't need to get in the yard the minute it stops snowing. I understand you've got all these contracts. You got to get in there. You got to get them done. You're up sometimes for 2 days straight. Great. 3-4 days later, come in and do my yard. Not asking for a discount. I understand. Get your main stuff done. When you get a breather, you're caught up on your sleep. 3-4 days later, come in and do me. I'm not going to sit there and call you every 5 minutes. When you coming? When you coming? When you coming? When you coming? I even had a situation once where I had a guy who had a salvage business is 2 blocks away. 2 blocks, count them. 1, 2, 2 blocks away. Has 2 plow trucks. Plows on the side in between his salvage business. I said, dude, you're 2 blocks away. Perfect. Come on in and handle this. Oh, I've got 60 accounts. Well, I didn't say come right here at the minute. When you're done. Christ, you're 2 blocks away. Wouldn't even show up. So this current contractor that I'm talking about, used him on and off for several years. His bill, normally he would come in, he would send the guy after they were done with all their accounts, and they would send a skid steer on over and they would clean out the lot. They'd do the sidewalks, clean out the whole entire lot, push it all up into the back. Beautiful job. And somewhere down along the line, there was some changes in this office. Keeping in mind, this is a small business, 2 brothers. And I get bills for under $100 for doing this. Very fair. Now, I normally only call contractors when I can't get the tow trucks into the yard. That's the only time I need you. The rest of it, I'll just drive over it. No big deal. So I call this man up and I say, hey, we're going to need your services. We've got 10 inches coming in. I said, do you remember me? You know, you've done my yard several times, and, you know, it's got the lock gate. Got to have the gate locked. You know, I'll tell you where the key is, even though that in past He's lost 3 keys to the yard. Should have told me right then and there that I was dealing with an idiot. But anyways, I have a key hidden. I told him, I said, you know, the key is hidden over here. Just have your driver call me and I'll walk it through. Well, I don't have time for that crap. You know, you can just go find somebody else. I'll come in there and I'll knock the fence down and then we'll plow it. What? Well, I'm sleeping. Well, fuck, it's 12:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday. Excuse me. So I hang up on him. Can you do it somebody like that? An hour later goes by, I get a phone call back from this guy. Well, you know, I see that you're one of our accounts, you know, and we'll get in there and we'll get it cleaned up. All right, so we're like Jekyll and Hyde now. Normally I deal with their secretaries. Secretaries nowhere to be found. I don't know if the guy can't make enough money to pay his secretary anymore, but either which way, that's gone. So I call on a Thursday, snowstorm on Friday. I know this company is going to have Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday finishing up, cleaning up. And the deal was on Monday anyways, because he knows that that's the deal. Come in when you're done with everything, with your big accounts. It's not an emergency. So this is what I show up to. Sidewalk's not done. The other sidewalk is not done. Let's see here. Oh, the main lot, that's barely done. Couldn't get that big swatch of snow there. Couldn't even do the back of the yard. Missed all that. And here's the bill. Now keep in mind, I've got security cameras at the yard. His first bill said that he sent a pickup truck, a snow plow truck, with a trailer, with a skid steer, and a payloader. And this is the best that they could do. And then he has the balls to charge me interest after I send him a packet. I sent him a packet in the mail a few weeks later, showing the pictures, showing the damage. Well, we'll get to that. And everything that wasn't done. And I said, look, dude, send me a bill for what you've done. And we'll just both walk away from this, okay? Just send me a bill for what you did. And by the way, here's the picture of all the damages that you did too. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here's the bill. 2 days later, here's the bill with something scratched out on there. Well, we didn't hit any cars or anything like that. There's no damage. So I turned his ass into the state Department of Justice for contractor fraud. Oh, boy, that tune changed then. These contractors just piss me off. So let's get into the free truck. Well, as the beginning of my day starts out, always looking at Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for the newest listings that come along and logging them in. 90% of the time, I never make contact with anybody when they first make the listing. They've got way too high of expectations. They're got all the belief of what they see in the auto traders, the value charting of what they thought it was worth, and basically these people don't know the market. And in order for you to turn a profit, in order for me to turn a profit, you gotta steal them. That is just the fact. You gotta steal them. And I do pick on vehicles that need mechanical work, because I know nobody else wants to buy a broken down vehicle. I have no problem fixing something, and it gives you something to stand on much higher than what all the other people, all the other dealers, all the other Facebook, all the other Craigslist sellers are doing. You have a vehicle that is fully repaired. This is what makes my success. So we jump on here to Facebook Marketplace, which seems to be the hottest right now. And this is what I came across. So here we got, he's did a video of the dump box that's in the back of the pickup truck currently. And once again, there's always telltale signs. Always look for them telltale signs if there's an adequate amount of pictures. If not, ask the seller to send you some pictures. I mean, there's a lot of guys and gals that go out there and just kind of like, you know, the phone is turned and they kind of click and then you got this one picture. And they think that's going to sell the vehicle. You know, just, I don't know, put your heart into it. My goodness. So anyways, this right here is a 2006 Ford F-250 Super Duty. Mid box on it, half cab, super cab. And right away, you know, we can see there's rust all the way down the doors. There's the underside of the rockers are all rusted out. Seat is torn in a normal spot on any vehicle right there is worn out from sliding in, sliding out. We got a good wide shot of it. We can see here that the back is bashed in, the bottom's bashed in. You know, the seller here spent a couple minutes. He put tire slime on the tires to make it look like, you know, she's been fully detailed out. I thought that was pretty funny when I seen this. So he's got a side shot, and once again, this is just what kills me about private sellers. I mean, you're taking a shot down the side. I mean, what were you? Take a side shot. Jeez. But anyways, we can see telltale signs again. This has got metal rims on it, and this actually, this model should have aluminum rims on it. So it's got a leather interior with metal rims on it. That's weird. There's some weird things going on there. So we got a bottom shot. Not too bad of a shot. We can see more rust through here. We can see that the front is all rusted up. More than what is normal for a 2006. We got another kind of similar shot here going on. We got a nice shot from the back now. We can clearly see that the box is just bashed in. And we've got this dump box in the back. Nice leather interior, which brings me back to them rims. There's just some stuff that just doesn't add up here. Inside shot, not too bad. We've got a shot coming from the bottom upward. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to entail here. But either which way, you know, you can see in the bottom here, the whole thing's rusted out. Another mid shot of the interior, the same thing again. You know, he should have gave a shot to the back seat. Some people don't think. Shows that, you know, there's an aftermarket stereo in there. A Pioneer unit that, you know, probably cost 80 bucks at Walmart. Nobody puts high-end stereos in vehicles anymore. Shot of the bottom here. Kind of gives you an idea. Now here's a good thing to pay attention to, and you won't see it a whole lot in shots, but this particular one, look at the foot pedals. That foot pedals always tells you how many miles the vehicle really has on it. If they're worn through all the way to the metal, and the odometer in this particular case says 144,000 miles, you know somebody's lying. So that's a good tip. Write that down. So we got another shot here over the seat. Looks like he went through and kind of cleaned up the interior on it. And here's a shot of the dump box. He's showing that dump box going up and going down. So it, you know, even though it's all completely rusted out, and it's rusted badly. So let's move on to the description here. So he's stating that it has the 5.4 Triton It's been a 2-owner vehicle, automatic transmission. And let's read this description here. The truck has 144,000 miles on it, and which is good. You know, if I go over there and buy this vehicle and the whole thing is junk and the whole thing's rotted out, I offered him $800, all right? So I've got an engine with low miles. Even if it wasn't taken care of, I've got an engine for low miles, and you can't go to a junkyard in my area and get a 5.4 for less than $1,200 to $1,600, okay? So it's a win either way. And let's say the whole thing once again is junk, but the engine's running and it just needs, you know, timing set, the stuff that I normally do, new lifters, new followers, spark plugs, blah, 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 like that. And I junked the rest of the truck out. Yeah, well, in this case, I would pull the interior too. A couple other things I would pull out of, but I would junk it. Let's say he takes the 800 and I get another 300, 400 for the body. You know, I only paid $400 then. But let's see here, let's keep on going. So it's got leather seats, nice center console, tilt wheel, cruise, new touchscreen radio just installed, brand new batteries and O2 sensors, runs and drives, which, by the way, it didn't. Runs and drives, has a well-operating bed dump, goes up and down just great, 4x4 works great, great tires, check engine light is on, misfire in cylinder 2 and 4, needs spark plugs and coils, runs rough at idle, body has some rust and dents. No, the body had all rust and all dents. The seller is always lying. So, has no frame rot, truck isn't perfect by any means, could easily be fixed and made into a nice running truck. Selling because we bought 2 trucks for a package deal. Don't need this one, it has a clean title in hand. $4,000 or best offer. So, you know, I let this simmer for a while. 3 weeks later, I make contact with them. And I put in there, and this is what I generally put in there. Hi, Jace. You know, it's on Facebook, so I already know the guy's name. I'm a vehicle flipper. I rebuild and overhaul, repair, and resell Ford trucks. With the work I see to resell. Whoops, I'm sorry. This is kind of jumping by pretty quick here. Resell and not to insult you. Not to insult you. You know, kind of build that up. It's like selling anything. You kind of got to drop that information, okay, that you're going to hit them, so they're prepared. And this is not to insult you, so please relax. If you can't sell and it just ends up sitting, I'll go $800. I really don't want to. I really don't want the tip back, but you can remove if you want. Let me know if this interests you. See if I can get this to move here without jumping majorly. There we go. Let me know if this interests you, and if you can't find a buyer, thanks, Clint Custom Works. If you think I'm insulting you, no need to reply. Have a good day. Well, we got a motivated seller here. Bam, I mean, just in a minute. Send me your number. Send them the number. So we have a conversation, and he says, well, you know, not the financer. So we have a conversation over the phone. I reiterate what I do, and you know, I also buy vehicles from auction, and that I'm not a retail buyer. You know, I'm gonna go that $800. So he says, well, you know, I've got a salvage yard lined up that's gonna pay me $1,000. The seller is always lying, but let him, you know, let him have his lie. I know that to be bullshit. So he says, I'll go $1,000. So in my mind, you know, I've been doing this, like I said, a long time, and I know he's full of shit. But the fact of the matter is, as long as that engine is good, even at $1,000, I'm going to come out on this. Now, this was before I made the decision to make this into my own company's plow truck. So $1,000 is strong, but I already have in my mind what I'm going to do with this truck. Remember the pissed off contractor story. Sick and tired of dealing with contractors. Have had enough of it already. So I say, fine, I'm going to bring over my tow truck. I don't fart around. I'm going to come with $1,000. Literally, I'm going to come with $1,000. I'm going to hand it to you. I want the title in my hand, the key in my hand. I'm going to load the truck up on my tow truck, and ba-boom. There ain't no tire kick in. There's no farting around. There's no walking around the truck. Don't need to see your dog or your ducks. Just boom. I want to get in, get out, get this handled. So that's what I did.